seems like a lot of NBA teams are looking more for like switchability and things like that. So how do you think smaller guards these days can survive in the league?
Yeah, that's definitely true, man. Cause I mean, even me, they moved me to the two like at a while. Once Lance signed for the season because he a fan favorite. And, I mean, this man's 6'6", and I'm like, damn, y'all gonna put me at the two, like. But you know what I'm saying, like. I mean, one thing that'll make you survive, and it was good that I was able to be on the team with a guy like T.J. McConnell, a small guard who found some success in the league. Um, man, just you gotta find like small guards. We there, they gotta be perfect.
Welcome to the Role Player Podcast, presented by Swish Cultures, featured on Eurohoops.net, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube as well. So make sure y'all go smash that Swish Cultures like button down below and throw them a subscribe. Today we got another guest that we looking forward to, man. We got a two-time Horizon League Player of the Year back in 2014-15, three-time first-team All-Horizon League, and a two-time All-American back in his college days, and now has been all over the world, from South Korea to China to Italy, and then back to the NBA, man. We got from the GOAT, the one and only, Keifer Sykes, man. What's good with you?
What up, man? I appreciate y'all having me. JT, my man, Anthony Goods, man. Man, I appreciate y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all for having me. This is very much inspiring. Just a blessing to be on and share my story, man. Just a blessing to be on and share my story as I keep on pushing.
Man, we looking forward to talking about it. And normally I introduce the guest second, but I ain't talked to my guy in a minute because he been busy. So I had to, he going second today because he been busy. He ain't text my phone or nothing. So we got the one and only Stanford gentleman, co-founder, Swiss Cultures, 11-year pro vet. Goods is back too, looking. Hairline is you solid today. You know what I'm saying? You all right? My shit rough. I need a haircut. I just got out to Romania.
Is what?
My shit rough.
Nah, it's over. It's over for you. It's over for you.
My shit.
Out there, boy.
Low key. We gonna have to.
You better go. You better go find some Africans.
Man, look, I don't Romania.
Bro, you got to
yeah, bro, it's tight on me out here. I asked around. Somebody done sent me a couple pages too, and I was like, nah, shit. I might just have to grow it out. But we gonna find out. We gonna see. But anyway, man, Keifer, we go start it off, man. You said what?
I said them pages be their best cut, so you just got to be careful.
That's how I knew, because the pages cut was trifling. So I was like, oh nah, it's tight. It's tight.
Right.
Yeah, nah, man. But look, like I said, we looking forward to getting your story because you got a unique story, man. Probably one of the more unique stories out of any, pro hooper, and really just life in general. So kind of, tell us your story, bring it back to high school, how you got to Green Bay, how you went to, obviously had your son at 16. Tell us about your pops. Tell us about going to Green Bay, and then all the way from overseas and back to the NBA as a rookie at 28.
Yeah, man. Like you said, I mean, I like to tell people, man, I had, just being in the league this year as a 28-year-old rookie, I had the most, creative NBA story ever. Even guys like Giannis, all these guys that was hitting gyms. At some points, they had them politics behind them. At some point, they had a machine behind them. But, I never really had that. I never really had no politics, never really had no machine. I was always underrated, underranked. I was always, smaller stature. So I had to, just try to make maneuvers, just make smart maneuvers, and always put myself in the right positions and, play and perform well. But yeah, man, like I say, man, my story go back to just being one of the just a black kid, man. I want to be a black kid that could show these kids that, anybody can make it, no matter what situation you in, where you come from. Any kid can make it, whatever situation you in, you come from. Because as you said, man, I was a teenage parent, I was in public school in Chicago. It's a lot of violence out here. I lost a lot of friends. I ended up losing my pops, losing my dad. And, I went to a small school in the Horizon League, and, I had to go and play in every country, and, I finally got a chance. So, if I bring it back to I'll say grade school, man. So it was like, all right, I'm in eighth grade. All these teachers, all these people telling me, I won't even be able to play high school. I won't even be able to play JV. And, I'm from the south side of Chicago, but, none of the big schools wanted me. You hear about Simeon where Derrick Rose, Jabari Parker, all these guys went to. Like, none of these schools wanted me, man, like, to be honest. So I ended up, going to school, commuting, 45 to an hour every single day, both ways, all the way to the west side to go play at John Marshall, the school from Hoop Dreams. I'm like, all right, if they got Hoop Dreams, they had a good team. My brother went there. He played football, so that's kind of how I'm like, all right, if I go to him, I'll be comfortable. I'll get some love and be able to, get some of his clout and get a little bit of respect and, use that on the court. So, that was my mindset. I probably was the youngest freshman in the country at that time. Even in high school, I was 13 years old. And then, even in college, I was the youngest freshman in the country at 17. That's why I say I was terrified to play against you, man. You was older. You know what I'm saying? You just busting North Carolina ass on TV. And I'm like, man, I got to play this dude in a couple weeks. And he like, I'm a freshman. I'm 17 years old. I didn't turn 18 until December. I could never sign no papers. I had to always email it back to my mom when I was in college, email it to my dad. If it's under 18, your parents got to sign. That was me. I was that kid. So, yeah, man, when I was a kid, my parents had put me up a grade. So, I was always battling with them with that. Like, man, I'm already small, and y'all already got me playing against dudes that's, they already older than me because my birthday late. Now they 2 years older than me. Like, how am I going to do this? But, just having my dad, he was always with me, man, instilling that faith in me. He was my coach. He had me play basketball, football, and, I just was just grinding my way, man. It was like so many good players in Chicago that there's so much competition that, I realized that I was able to be blessed to be in a place where, I could push myself and compete against some of the very best in the world. So, we are already better than people in, Rhode Island, Maryland, all these places, things like that. We just battling mostly with the top cities, the top states. So, that gave me an edge. And then, like I said, when I got to high school, man, I was one of those kids that had to play 2 years of JV, to get to varsity. It was a blessing that in the middle of my JV year, my coach had called me and told me I could play up and down. But that little bit of experience traveling with the varsity team, my sophomore year helped me get ready for my junior year. And man, we had a good team. Vince Gary, Alfonso McKinney, who played in the league, a lot of good other players, and that's when we just had this breakout year where we went to the city championship. We should have won. We ended up losing by one to a powerhouse, Morgan Park. They got the head coaches from the Mac Irvin Fire, so ended up losing to them by one. And we went downstate and ended up finished third. So there they was recruiting a lot of my teammates because there was only 2 juniors on the team. It was all seniors, and that's when it started to become real. Like, dang, man, I always just wanted to play college basketball. That's all I wanted to do was go to school for free because my parents, we couldn't afford college, and that was like our secret goal. Like, all right, if you go to use this basketball to get a free education, then I feel like I did my job. So man, I ended up like as a junior, I had my son, teenage parent, but my dad and my mom said, you still going to college, and man, I'll never forget, man. Coach Cornelius from Green Bay started calling me and recruiting me at Green Bay. And I ain't never had no schools ever call me. So as soon as this first school called me, man, I took that offer so fast. My dad ain't leave that off on the table. Like, I ain't even really give schools the chance to like even recruit me because like I say, when you be underrated, unappreciated, and like they whole staff was showing love. Like, it was 4 people coming to recruit me, 3 people coming to the open gyms, 3 people coming up to my school. I was like, all right, this is the school, this is it. Like, they really gonna give me a chance. They had 2 senior guards, as you may know, Ramon Fletcher, and Bree Perrine, and they were graduating. I'm like, man, I can have a chance to might be my chance. Like, so like I said, I was always out maneuvering. Like I ain't never think about, waiting or trying to play for the front of the jersey. I mean, playing for the, the front of the jersey, like Kentucky's or all these big schools. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go and just, carve out some space for myself. And it was a mid-major, and they said they was gonna give me a chance, and I just made that move, man, and stuck with it. Where people was like, who is that school? Things like that. But it was a chance for me to play D1 and reach one of the biggest goals of my life, getting a free education, getting out of my city, getting out of my hood, and I was able to keep dreaming from there. But yeah, that was pretty much my journey from grade school to high school, and then say, yeah, if you want to get into the college to professional, we can definitely go on from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, we gonna get into it. Don't even worry about it. We gonna get into it, man. But we gonna start with, I guess, with losing your pops at such a young age, man. And I know that's a sensitive topic, but how did that drive you moving forward? Like, what not lessons, but I guess how did that help you or not help you moving forward? What did that teach you, and what was the struggle with that moving forward?
Yeah,
Besides the
like,
obvious.
so the struggle, man, in the moment. Yeah. So the struggle with that in the moment was losing my pops. He like he still is, man. Like my everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I didn't even know how I would even just live day to day, like maneuver. Like I didn't know how like my family was cool. I didn't know. I knew I wasn't cool. Like and and like that just made me like I'm like really it was just like a paranoia. It was a fear. Like man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to take care of my son. Like I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to really live in this world and what I'm saying, make it in this world. Like not even just basketball wise, just like make it in general. Like just make it as a person, in this world.
Right.
So man, it was just a lot of fear, and then um yeah, just a lot of fear. Then too, basketball wise, like he was who I played for. He was like once he left, everything was stripped away. It was like, what? Like for a minute, I'm like, because I remember the first thing they like go back to school, and I'm like, they like you gotta like, all right, like you gotta at some point come back to school. Like, I'm becoming the leader of the team. Like, I bring energy on the point guard. Like, and they like, these dudes, can't even operate without you. Like these dudes are feeling for you and all that. And I'm like, and I'm thinking like, yo, I don't even want to play basketball though. Like I really, that was the only time in my life where like the thing that I never had this thought like, but I didn't want to play basketball. I'm like, and it wasn't like just not because I was my dad going. It's like he's literally who I play for. Like the person who like I look on the side like hit shots like after the game. He the person I confide in. That he's the person that I realized I was doing it for. So it was like that was a huge, the biggest void. Like basically, that was who I was. I realized that's who I was doing it to make proud. Like that's where my validation came from. It wasn't coming from like being one of the better players or being in the newspaper or being this. It was like literally just to prove him right, to like just to make him proud as his son, like his son out here doing his thing. Like that's where I got my aurora from, like just where I got all my energy from. So like you feel me? He was just my energy. So I didn't have no energy, like I didn't have no energy to play. Like it was like I don't care about coming back to play for you, coach. Like I don't really care. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then, like that's kind of when my selflessness came in. And at that point, like, all right, now I got to get it for my son. Like now I got to go back for my teammates. Now I got to go back for my coach. Now I got to get something out of this for me, because I realized I was literally doing it for him. Like if he was here today, like I would have bought him a house, bought him a car, things like that. But it was like,
Right.
Now I got to get some out of this game. Like now I got to, and it was cool. I'm still learning to this day. Like I just saw Deshaun Jackson interview on I Am Athlete, the podcast, and he just was like, man, he started realize like, man, now he got to do it for his dad, like to prove, that he was right. Like showing people that he bad on the court, like he tough on the court, like he tough on the field. Like so now that's my mindset as I continue to grow. And this year made 10 years, and it's like I finally got over the hump. Where like, all right, I really can do this. Like. I made the league and it's like, all right, I can do this. I could do this thing. But, for a long time, I just been been working, like just continuing to trying to make him proud, prove him right, and not sure if I could really do it. But yeah, man, that was like the toughest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? It still is. You know, I still feel like, you know, it's so much more for me to do for me and my family, and you know, just external things like, you know, off the court, like not even just on the court, just, you know, just making him a believer, just making him right. And that's something that's going to be like still every single day. Cause like he was someone that was a part of my life. He was a part of the community. You know, he coached the football team, both teams, you know, like the head of the organization, like he gave to the community, he gave to the school, he gave to all his kids, he gave to me more than anybody because I was the youngest. So he had more time to pour into me. And, you know, I'm just a product of him. And yeah, man, it just, you know, it was very devastating at the time. It was, I remember like that sophomore year, but it was like, that's when I boom, you know, first team all league. You know, like it was like I'm like, man, it's time to get some out of this game now that he gone. Like all I could do was just go play, bro, and just sit in my room. Like I was like, my teammates was tripping, like, bro, you don't never go. Like I couldn't even go to sleep anymore. I had insomnia just because of getting that phone call at night. So it's just like it's things that just linger on. But man, like losing a parent, like, and then losing the strongest person of your life. Like it make it now like, you know, you could not lose anything, but you could go now. It's like I feel like I can go through anything. Like, you know, I can go through anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, 10 years, I'm like, all right, now I could go through anything now if I did that. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to even feel like that. But this year it was like, it's 10 years. Like, damn, okay, now I can go through anything now if I could, you know, make it through that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that going through, you know, going from South Korea to Italy and switching countries and doing all that. I mean, it's not easy for anybody, but I would imagine it kind of felt like somewhat of a breeze for you. So like going through all that, and then switching countries. What was like the best moment? What's been the best moment of your basketball career so far?
Just if I narrow it down to one moment, yeah, that's a tough question because like I could say like making the league this year, but you know, I could say like that TBT shot was like probably something that was big. You know, that TBT shot was something that was like just all over, you know, just all over.
Yeah.
And like being a guy that's, you know, playing abroad and I'm still trying to get my name up there. Like, you know, I'm seeing guys making all this money and I'm like, damn, you know, I'm still trying to, you know, get mine because like I was still one of the guys that was like mid-tier. You know what I'm saying? So like I like if I say a moment, like for me, yeah, that TBT shot was like that moment for me because it was like, you know, I hit the last shot. You know, I was coming off the bench. We won 6 games. I'm playing with a different team. And just like, all right, these are all the guys that's abroad this whole tournament. Like, so that solidified me as like, all right, he one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, people knew that was in leagues that I played against, but I don't think a lot of people knew. But that right there, that made motherfuckers turn their heads like, hold on. Like, shorty, you know what I'm saying? Like, he cold for real. Like, off one shot. Like, off one shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made millions of threes, right? We made hundreds of threes, right? Like, but this one worth $1 million, like, and this one, like, on this stage where everybody, like, get recognition, where, like, I've really been trying to battle up, like, put my name up there with, like, the Mike James, the Shane Larkins, like, on, like, and they still doing their thing, but it's like, all right, like, I'm here too. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, you know, I'm like, all right, that was the one where it's like, all right, I'm here too. Like, and it was worth real money and it was like a lot on the line, bro. And like I was able, like, and I was here and just everything that came from that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say that's the one moment. That'd be the one moment, like that TBT shot. That was one moment. It was on my son's birthday. You know what I'm saying? It was dope.
Oh, I remember watching that game.
I remember watching
that game, and I hadn't seen you in a minute. Like other than I think that was after I saw you sign in Milan, but I just hadn't seen you in a minute. So you hit that shot, and I was like, oh shit, like because for me it's dope. One of the reasons we started the podcast for me is to like kind of bring awareness to cats like yourself who could play but just don't, you know, maybe don't have the biggest names. A lot of dudes are NBA, overseas, EuroLeague, whatever. So to see that, it was dope. I was hyped for you, and to see you sign with the Pacers that same day, that had to be It had to be a wild little ride or a wild day. So that was dope, man. I was happy for you.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like my son's birthday, so man, that was like it was very much gratifying, bro. Like, especially because the journey that I've taken. Then yeah, like, yeah, they put the Pacers news out. Like they was going crazy. 'Cause I really didn't even sign. That was a non-guarantee, but like everything just was going. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just going. Like everything was flowing. Then obviously we got the money. Like, and then like I said, just the way it went down. You know, like that game was tough. Like as far as like DeAndre Kane get hurt. One of our better players. They really on Tyrese Rice. You know what I'm saying? We playing against a good team. Like I say, these all the best pros from like China to this to that. Like, so I'm like, all right, I'm trying to put my name up there for every league. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the best player. You got Dominique Jones. You got all these best players of the world like in this tournament. You know what I'm saying? So, that definitely solidified me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that solidified me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like, put me on another level.
yo, how soon did you had the agreement with the Pacers versus like when did that agreement with the Pacers happen versus when they obviously leaked the news? Because I remember seeing it after the TBT, and it's almost like TBT wanted that to happen, so it's like, yo, you got to the Pacers because of TBT. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Facts.
Yeah, so it was
I was
crazy.
wondering.
Yeah, it was crazy. So look, I signed a deal a couple days before, like, so like, man, it's just crazy how life worked out. Because in my mind, I was like, man, I'm just gonna go for the league this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, win this or not. Like, in my mind, I was, Indiana was one of the teams where like it's close to home, man. I done just played in China. I just played in Milan. I just played in Australia at this point, and then I got a little extra money. They I need to say this actually. They paid us. That team in Syracuse played us to play for the TBT. So all these TBT teams need to start paying players too, man. At least a little something. But now they paid us, so I had a little money. I'm like, all right, I gotta try this. I'm getting older. Try the league. So my group had worked to give me a deal, and it was like Indiana. They was close to home, and they was like, oh yeah, like we'll let you finish the TBT and still play summer league and give you Exhibit 10. I'm like, damn, this is perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's close to home. Like, all right. So I think I signed it on like July 30th or 31st. So, the team knew. Like I told the team, like, yeah, because, I ain't even really want to tell the team because, to be honest, like my whole goal was NBA. So I'm like, man, if I find a team, I'm damn near going to drop out in the middle of the TBT, just so I can focus on that. But they was like, nah, you could keep playing. You keep playing and don't got to report to, the training camp for summer league. And they was like, if you win, that's dope. And man, that's what I'm saying. So it was like, man, it was unbelievable. It was like, because in my mind, I'm just like, all right, we won. Now I get to go to the Pacers. But like they came out like he signed there. It was going, everything was going crazy, bro. Like, bro, my phone literally exploded too. Like, because my phone, it was, these iPhones be moving slow and lagging. So my phone's already messed up. We go to Dayton. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a phone when I get in Vegas or whatever the case may be. Man, once I hit that shot, bro, my phone was broke for like 2 days. Like I ain't had no time to get no phone or nothing. Like my phone literally exploded. I had too many messages, too many like social notifications. My shit was moving so slow it was not working. You feel me? It was crazy. But that's what I'm saying. All that, then I had to just be present with my family, with my son. He was there, like my mom. And just like I say, to be playing overseas for so long, to come home and then to sign, then to know that I'm staying home, you know what I'm saying? All that was like part of that moment. So like, yeah, that was a big moment, bro. That was a big moment. Like that solidified me as like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like that solidified me for sure.
Man, look, that's honestly
That was
the
all
best
God,
part of
man.
that
Glory to
is
God on that. Glory to God on that.
the best part of that is not knowing you have to go do a training camp overseas, man. Going back overseas and starting like that, that shit might be one of the worst times of the year. I swear to God, going overseas during training camp. But
Yeah.
yeah, what was the
Mm-hmm.
how many training camps you did overseas?
I did I be trying to dodge them shits. You know how I go, you gotta try to dodge. But I did
What?
man, Man, when I did second division, my first time in Europe, second division, Turkey was terrible. It was terrible. We went to like this remote place and like it was no Wi-Fi except in like the little front room, the like the living room, like the front, the lobby type area. Like terrible. Um, South Korea, I missed it a little bit, but then we had um, preseason in Japan, which was dope. So that's two. Italy, yeah, we had one when I went to Italy my first year, and
Hey,
and then that was it, man. I did
what was the craziest? What was the craziest preseason you had?
yeah. I mean, I ain't like what's been crazy, man. I've been blessed to be with like some good coaches. Like I ain't had one of them preseasons where I had to like go run in the jungle and run around and do all that. Like some teams got to go to the mountains and the hills. But but yeah, I would say the dopest one was when I was in China. We came and played. We did training camp and then we had 2 preseason games in the NBA. So that was dope when I did that in 2019. So we had a tough training camp for like a month. 2 a days. Shit in China they didn't make you do 3 a days. Feel like man they work you, bro. Like
Yeah.
court, lift, then court again. But then we got to come back for like a week and a half and play the Wizards and the 76ers. So that was one of the cooler training camps. But man, I be trying to find a good coach that ain't that crazy. And I've been getting a little bit
Yeah.
lucky, but I've been just trying to count my blessings. Because in Europe, it can only be a matter of time before you come across one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you got to. I didn't. I was drunk when I signed this year. I don't know what I was doing. But over here, Romania running in the forest and shit. Like, come on, fam. Like,
Yeah, bro, I do
come
not
on,
like to
fam.
run, bro. Like, I do not like to run. It's funny
Nah.
because my college coach, he would never like make us run. He would just make us hoop. He don't believe in like running. Like we'll have like the little first week, hell week or whatever the case may be, where we did all our like crazy stuff. But wake up 5 a.m. boot camp week type. One of them type of weeks. But man, ever since then, I don't like running, bro. I don't like running on the treadmill. I'm like, all right, if I want to get in shape, I'm a hoop. Like yeah, last time I'm just gonna play in the pro-am and just pick up four, like try to get myself going, play with high energy, and I don't like just running to get in shape. But I guess as I'm getting older, I might have to learn how to do that. Like Kobe always talking about hitting the sprints, hitting the track. Like I don't like running. It's boring. Like I just don't like running with nothing to do. Like it's boring to me.
Hey, hey, man, look. R.I.P. to Cole. Man, I think Cole. I think he was bullshitting a lot. I think he talk. I think he just liked to talk. This dude, ain't
Yeah,
no way this
What he
man was
talking?
doing everything he said, man. Ain't no way.
Cole,
I
but
don't
animal though.
know.
I
I
mean,
don't know. He different. He
yeah,
wired
he was
different.
different. Now people were saying he was waking like they wake up and he already up and Cole. I mean, when it come to Cole, you could see like now we at the point where like LeBron still playing at 40, because he taking care of his body. You would see Kobe couldn't even play at the end. He got ice packs all over his shoulder, all over his body. So like that was a sign to me like of overwork, like not overwork, but like, it's a point of like making sure I'm taking care of my body. He pushed his body to exhaustion as he said. And you can see it in his career, bro. He couldn't even play. He couldn't even move some games. Like and like play. You remember D'Angelo Russell? Man, like man, this man, he think he can do everything, but bro, he can't even move. Like you know what I'm saying? But nah, that's why like you will see like what I'm saying. It's like a new day as far as like Kobe. I think he did do everything, but he had to pay for that at the end. But you seeing guys like Tom Brady, you seeing guys like Chris Paul, 38, still getting 40 million. You seeing guys like LeBron still getting 45 million a year, but they still, man, we played the Lakers this year, man. This man LeBron was flying. I'm like, damn. So it's like I don't know, like it's just a different level of Kobe kind of pushed it to exhaustion where he had to be wearing 10 ice packs on the bench. But now it's guys that got just it's way more science to what we doing. You know, it's just way more
Yeah,
science to
no,
what we
that's true.
doing. So that's
That's true.
I to
That's
get
true.
Kobe love. I say that because he would probably work his
Hey,
body no matter if it's hurt. He break a finger. He like, man, fix it. He tell like he man patch me back up. Like don't think about pain. Type like Kobe was really a
Facts.
real Mamba. You know what I'm saying? Like a real Mamba. But like no, nowadays
That's
like
facts.
you ain't gotta do all that. Like not no soft shit, but it's just like it's ways for us to take care of ourselves. We got hyperbaric chambers, we got cryo chambers, we got all type of shit that fix us in 2 days. We can get back going. Got all these machines, so now players too soft.
yeah,
It's load management. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, nah, that's a fact. But I feel like, man, with Cole, man, and first of all, Jordan Taylor got to get his one hater comment out every episode. He gotta hate. He
That
gotta
was
hate
bold,
something
bro.
or
Kobe Day was
somebody
yesterday. Like that was
everything.
bold, gang.
Like, I ain't think he
That
would
was
do that. I ain't think
bold.
he would do that after Cole's birthday, man. But he got to get his one little hater
And it
comment.
was Kobe's
He
birthday
for
day,
real
boy.
go
That was
Hey,
bold. I had to,
look.
hey,
Hey,
bro, make
hey,
me
see,
Keith,
y'all,
Keith.
y'all
Look at
say,
me on
y'all
that
say
shit.
hater,
time out.
y'all
Like,
say
damn.
hater. I'm just a real nigga, man. I'm just a real nigga, man. Look, I could be wrong. I ain't saying I'm
Yeah,
right. Y'all said it. All right, my
I'm
bad.
like,
R.I.P. Cole.
whoa.
Hey, Cole, top five,
listen,
top five.
Bro.
bro. The reason
That was
the
tough,
reason Jordan
bro.
about to retire is just so he can hate on the young
That
generation.
was tough. Bro, that
Jay
was
just trying
Nah,
to hate
nah,
on all the young cats.
nah. I always show love, but sometimes you gotta keep it real. Like people be bullshitting out here, man. I
yeah.
just can't let niggas be out here
It's all good,
bullshitting
man.
constantly. Like nah, you know what I'm saying. But I'm always showing love. Don't listen
Nah,
to
you
him.
ain't wrong,
This is
man. I
my
just try to
biggest hater
smooth that
right
over.
here.
Smooth that over for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't
Yeah,
trying. You
you
trying
gotta
to go
get us
viral for
canceled.
that?
You gotta get us.
Trying to go
Bro,
viral.
that shit gonna go viral.
Hey, hey, he did, he
You
did,
gotta
he
get
did
us
play that
canceled.
off smooth though too. He
They
answered
got
that very calmly. He answered that
Bro, I
very
had to make sure
calmly.
we good, you know what I'm saying? Got
That's
some
love.
intelligence. Like, hold on, it was Kobe Day yesterday. Nah, we good though, because you ain't wrong. Like I said, it really was. Like, bro did work all the way till he couldn't play, you know what I'm saying? But like,
right.
Yeah,
nowadays
he did.
motherfuckers playing the 45, so we like, hold on, was all that shit that, or was that a little bit of
Right.
insanity? You know what I'm saying? Which is insanity, just being crazy shit.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
this man
some of
Bron
that's
that's
and
needed.
Tom
crazy.
Brady 45, gang. Like these niggas really old as hell, still like the best in the game. Like I'm saying, like Tom
Hey,
Brady is still the best at 45. Like I'm
I,
not saying he just playing.
I was gonna say something
Yeah.
crazy, but I definitely get us canceled for sure. So I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave
yeah,
it.
yeah. You can go leave that, man. But yo, back to the
Leave
hoop
it or edit it
hoop
out on the
game.
end. You feel me?
Back to the hoop game. Like, so having played overseas, playing in all these different countries, what do you think playing overseas, or what role do you think playing overseas had in your success in being able to make it to the league? Like, what
Man,
about the overseas game prepared you?
yeah, man, it prepared me a lot. So like I said, man, just being a small guard, they gonna try to make sure you perfect. Like at some points they like, oh man, all he could do is score. Can he run a team? Can he pass? Then what's your assist turnover ratio? What's your 3-point percentage? You know what I'm saying? So, uh, playing overseas definitely grew me. I feel like, man, because to be honest, I could have left out of school my junior year. That was my best year. I was really high on the radar. I had got hurt though, but I think I still really could have got picked up by the way I played and by me being at a small school and just being that interesting player. Because you see somebody like John Morant. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you go to small schools, they kind of want to know what you got going on. But I wanted to get my degree at that point. But when I was that young, I don't think I was ready mentally, or I probably would have been ready physically, emotionally, or spiritually. So being able to go around the world, um, you know, have different vets, like I said, have different coaches, and I did that by design. Going to different leagues, like in South Korea, we won the championship when I was a rookie. My first year abroad, like I could have went back there and got some paper, like. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a lot of paper on the line, but I'm like, all right, I need to go to Europe because, like, challenge myself. Um, Learn how to actually play the pick and roll well. Be able to really pass the ball and see the floor well like these European guards. And then, I went up to the first division, chat, and then, was able to play Champions League with the Cup League. So now you challenge yourself against, players from other countries and you playing 2 games a week. Like, that's difficult. Short time to prepare. Like, like I said, then I had Norris Cole, Demetrius Nichols, Caleb Green, Patrick Young, Matt Costello, like these guys who have been established in Europe, like guys that I could really learn the game from. And, I was really pulling their coattail every day, like, man, what can I learn? What can I do? Like, how can I help? Just learning how to be responsible for a whole franchise, like just learning how to what it looks like to bring value to a pro team and play your role and try to increase your role the whole year. Like in college, I just played at the school, so you the man. I didn't really know that, you know what I'm saying, until I started playing these different teams, different countries. So, in those aspects, things that kids don't think about, like you got to come to a franchise and you playing for the fans, they paying you, you got to be responsible. All the extra things, the intangibles on and off the court that you got to bring. Like these are high level pros. Like everybody is trying to have their best year. You know what I'm saying? Every year. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to coincide with different teams, different teammates. It's 2-3 good point guards. You know what I'm saying? We all got to find our role and find a way to have a team goal and a franchise goal trying to win, but also our personal goals. You know what I'm saying? Like figuring out how to do that. That's what playing pro and playing in different countries and playing in different places taught me. Like I say, in Korea, it was like two Americans. In China, it's 2 Americans. So you got way more responsibility. But in Europe, it could be 8 of y'all. And then you still got good foreign players, too. I mean, domestic players, which is foreign to us. But you still got good players from that country on the team. So, just learning the dynamics of how the league works. Like trying to win with the team, but also trying to stand out so you can move up in your career and be, one of the top players in that league, in that conference. And then, just in that, just abroad in general. Just abroad in general. So, man, I had to work my way up, like I said, and just trying to maneuver the right way and, like I say, pick the right team, pick the right coach. Like, all it takes is for you be in the wrong situation, bro, for you to take steps backwards. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is the wrong coach for you to step backwards. All it takes is the wrong playing style where you a pick and roll type guy, but they got you playing off the catch. You're playing, you know what I'm saying? All it takes is the wrong offense or, philosophy for you to take steps backwards. Mm-hmm. So it's like these are things I'm trying to say right now that people need to hear, that people need to know, that you got to make the right moves and maneuver and put yourself in the right position. And when you get there, don't just be content or just complacent in that role. Like always trying to increase your value and increase your role. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I went to Avellino. I was in Champions League. I was playing behind Norris Cole. But I'm like, shit, I'm gonna go here anyway because shit, I get the bump against Norris Cole every single day in practice, and then I could, I'm with a good team. I could bring some value to this team, and I was trying to increase my role every day. And then next thing you know, he leave. Now the whole program on me. And now, I'm able to show them I'm ready. So it's like you always got to be thinking of just increasing your role, even if it's not happening at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I wanted to like score 20 a game, but like I know with them, like shit, man, I might only get the most I can get is 10 shots, the most coming off the bench. Like, so I'm really gonna end up between 4 to 8 shots a game. Like, how can I be efficient in those? You know what I'm saying? Before I get to now that he gone, now I for real get 20 shots a game if I want to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I've been lucky, been blessed. But going to these different leagues, Australia, a really good league, is kind of, tailored to like the NBA. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna do this and then try for the league after that. Took less money, just really gambling, betting on myself. But man, just always trying to be a forward thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be a forward thinker. And, like I say, God willing, and then with some luck, man, I got to play with the Pacers, who was close to home, a roster I felt like I could at some point make that roster. And, I had to start out in the G League, went through the grind. You still got to go through the grind. And, led it in assists. And, I was just in the right place, right time, man. That COVID was hitting this year. And they was calling guys up left and right. And God willing, I got my chance, man. And I was one of the guys that got signed for the year. So, man, definitely playing abroad built me, man, as a pro, just learning how to play, being able to see it's hella good players out here. It's hella good players out here in every league, every country. Like, just realizing that and like, how am I gonna make the next steps in my career? You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody's trying to take a different step every year abroad because most contracts overseas be 1 year, man. So it really make it tough.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
it definitely make it tough. But like, what's what's one thing you would say like so for being a smaller guard in the NBA? What is what is one thing that was kind of like a wake up call, like in regards to like when you got
Mhm.
there that you just wasn't expecting, and then like how do you think smaller guards can survive in it? Excuse me. How you think smaller guards can survive in the NBA these days? Because it seems like smaller guards are starting to become like extinct. Like they're starting to put guys on the ball that are
Mhm.
like wings and stuff, and they all just it seems like a lot of NBA teams are looking more for like switchability and things like that. So how do you think smaller guards these days can survive in the league?
Yeah, that's definitely true, man. Cause I mean, even me, they moved me to the two like at a while. Once Lance signed for the season because he a fan favorite. And, I mean, this man's 6'6", and I'm like, damn, y'all gonna put me at the two, like. But you know what I'm saying, like. I mean, one thing that'll make you, survive, and it was good that I was able to be on the team with a guy like T.J. McConnell, a small guard who found some success in the league. Um, man, just you gotta find like small guards. We damn, they gotta be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because I was talking to Isaiah Thomas when I was just out in Vegas, and like saying the same thing, man. Small guards, it's tough. Like we damn, they gotta be perfect. You know what I'm saying? We damn, they gotta be perfect, bro. We
facts,
damn, they gotta be perfect
facts.
because it's already that big stigma, just like he a small guard. So if you scoring that much, he's scoring too much. He's too small to be scoring like that. Man, if you pass, he probably like he ain't gonna last because they wanna like points is what really keep the game flowing. So man, I mean to be honest, yeah, I tell these shorties that like man, as a small guard, you damn near gotta be perfect. I don't lie to them. You like to be honest, bro, you damn near gotta be perfect.
Perfect, and healthy.
And I don't want to say that to be like make it seem like you can't do that or like it's something that matter of fact, you go ahead with your point. Go ahead,
No, that was
and
it.
then I'll finish
No,
up.
that's my
JT.
bad. I mean to interrupt you. It was just perfect and healthy is all I was saying. Yeah, just that's it. Perfect and healthy.
Yeah, 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 healthy, bro. Like, bro, this summer that's all I've been doing to take care of my body. Just cause, like you said, bro, you got to be healthy. Like, you got to be healthy first of all to get paid. I want to do that, really take care of my body. But as I'm putting a lot of miles on my body, I done played everywhere. Like, and I was like, I got this long off season. We just lost, and we ain't make the playoffs. And I'm at home, like, man, I'm about to use this whole summer just being smart, just take care of my body. But yeah, man, like small guards, we damn near got to be perfect. Like, you got to be able to pick up. You can't really turn the ball over. You got to be able to score. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to run a team. Like you got to check all the boxes, bro. When you're a small guard, that's just what it is. And I had to build my game for that. Like it was in college I couldn't really shoot. You know what I'm saying? College like I couldn't really shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? Like in college I couldn't really pass like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I really had to sit down and watch film. Like all right, like how do I learn how to pass? Like how do I learn how to pass? Then started learning how to, like I said, I had to go to Europe like to learn how to pass, learn how to run a team. Had to get my 3-point percentage there. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you got to do it while winning. Like, you got to do it while winning. So it's like, when you're a small guard, bro, you got to check all the boxes. You got to be exceptional. You got to be phenomenal. Like, and it just, no, it's just like you said, today's day and age, that's just what it is. So it's like, it's crazy when, yeah, you got somebody like IT saying it, like, damn, man, you holding it down for the small guards. So like I look at somebody like Fred VanVleet holding it down for the small guards, like get 100 mil, like you know what I'm saying, like so yeah, like I mean, like I said, I ain't trying to discourage nobody, but man, being a small guard, you gotta clean up your game, bro. You gotta be able to go left, you gotta be able to go right, you gotta be able to pass, you gotta be able to shoot, you gotta be able to pick up full. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to bring energy when you hit that floor, and I mean that's just my mindset.
Right.
That's just my mindset, as a small guard. Like I damn near I had to clean up my game, like be take ego out. I seen Tony Park when I went to the Spurs, like working on layups, man, floaters. Like I gotta like My twos got to be on point. My threes got to be on point. My free throws got to be on point, and I got to play high level on defense, like, and run a team and win. Like, you got to, like, that's just what it is when you're a small guard, like, because this game ain't built for us, bro. I'm 6 feet in the league. Like, I know how like appreciative and grateful of that shit every day. Like, that shit is accomplishment, bro, in itself. Like, that shit's tough. It's tough.
You how tall?
I don't lie to him. It's tough.
You how tall?
Yeah.
You how tall?
I'm under 6 feet in the league.
Oh, okay.
I'm under 6 feet in the league.
Hey, don't even say 6 feet. Don't even say 6 feet.
I am 6 feet.
Cause don't even say just say 5'11", cause that's even
right.
that's even more impressive when you 5'5", 11, 5'10". Don't round up. Just stay down there. Stay down there.
There's no cap. There's no cap. I be telling trades like I'm under 6. That's what I really say. But I was on the podcast trying to get my shit off. I ain't want to say that on the podcast. But yeah, like I be telling like, yo, I'm under 6 feet in the league, bro. Like, that shit ain't happening no more. Like, that shit don't happen. That shit hard to do.
That's a fact, man. It's super hard, man. But we gonna move forward to this segment we got called Paycheck Rain Check. Somebody's paycheck is taking a rain check right now, and today's focus is Taco Fall, who just signed in China. I think it's obviously he's probably getting bagged up for heading over there, man. I think it's a great move financially for Taco to head over to China. Obviously being 7'6" and just his marketability, man, especially here in the States. Obviously he has a name, but starting to build that following over there in China, man, with all the social medias and everything out there, man. He become a fan favorite over there, man. I think he's gonna definitely improve his pockets on and off the court. But one question I got though, like, have y'all ever seen a big improve his career in China? I feel like guards go over to China and then, they games improve, they jobs, they get better jobs, et cetera, if they want to come out of China. But I feel like bigs kind of get lost in the sauce in China, man. What you think about that?
Yeah, I think, like, to be honest with him, like, I've seen mobile bigs do well in China.
Mm-hmm.
They don't got no 3 seconds, so he'll be able to help, but that'll be able to help. But I don't know, man. Like, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, I seen mobile bigs. Like, I seen dudes that's like even smaller bigs, like 6'8", 6'9", like, really go get it in over there. But he ain't really that mobile. But I don't know.
Wait.
We'll see how that lasts. Like I say, China, motherfucker, you really got to prove yourself.
The question was, has anybody improved their game in China? Like taking a step forward?
Saying, yeah, like bigs. Like bigs.
Bigs.
Yeah, like taking
Sully,
a step forward in your career. Yeah.
Sully. Jared Sullinger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then he went to Korea for real, right?
Yeah, but he was in China though, wasn't he? Sully was in China.
No, I'm saying I don't know. I'm agreeing with you. Like, I'm saying, was he cooking like that over there? Because then I know he went to Korea to my team, and I remember he won a chip and really killed over there too. But I don't know what he did in China. I was just asking.
Okay. Yeah.
Did his numbers was turned like that over there?
I thought so. I could be wrong. We got to ask our resident basketball almanac.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I don't know. I know
Hey man,
when I look back to when I was there, like, Monte Eunice was good over there. Really mobile. My teammate Andrew Nicholson was really good. Could shoot the three, could move his feet, spin, pivot. Like, so what I'm saying is, like, what I'm thinking is, in China, the guys that can move their feet and score, they want you to score.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if Taco could score 30 a game. Like, you really got to go over there and score 30 a game. Like, the guard and the big. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say the big, because, yeah, the big could get away with, like, 20 and 20. But if you ain't winning, though, you out of there. Like, they need that 30 and 20, Like, and 30 is different than 20. Like, it's like, when I went to China, I realized, like, it's people that can score 15 a game, and then there's people that can score 30 a game, like, every night. Or it's people that, matter of fact, I should even say it's people that score 20 a game, it's people that score 30 a game. Like you said, them guards, it's niggas over there that can score 30 a game. Like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's different, you know. We used to think like a dub a game decent. Like no, over there you got to be able to score 30 a game. Like Joe Young, he gonna give you at least 30, 40, 50. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Pierre Jackson, 30, 40, 50. You know what I'm saying? Like Darius Adams, you don't know him, 30, 40, 50. Like these dudes real like buckets. Like got real buckets. And it's dudes that's in Europe that's good, but they just could score 15 a game. Like they won't last in China, you know?
Yeah.
But they good scores, but they won't last in China, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that like Taco Fall, like he a good guy for the league. He a good guy probably for Europe for real. But like you saying, and that's gonna help his pockets, but is he gonna get better and really kill over there? I don't know. He gotta put that work in. I don't never doubt nobody, but I'll just say he gotta put that work in for sure, because I don't know how mobile he is.
See, Goods be doubting everybody. So he over here talking about me, but he be doubting everybody. But Taco for real, Taco gonna be like Tavares in EuroLeague, man. You need to go ahead over there to Madrid, get her Barcelona, get Tavares about.
You know that you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, see Tavares, you know, he got better in EuroLeague, playing high level, good coaches. Like China really be about scoring that ball, and it's like win or lose type vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Europe more about team and winning. Like you can go out there and have 8, and 4, and that's a great game in EuroLeague, you know, for him.
Yeah. Hey man,
but you have a 12-point, 8 rebound in China, you might be getting your ticket, bro. It might be over with.
Yeah,
you might gotta pack your bags.
That's facts. Hey, this is unrelated, but I gotta know real quick, is where's Chicago ranked amongst the basketball cities?
Right now, or just in general?
In general.
One. Fuck you talking about? We won.
What? Oh shit.
What you mean?
Hey man, don't come on our platform lying like that.
You won after
this
5?
What I'm talking about.
Like,
This is exactly what I was talking about right here. I can't
you
just
won
let
behind number 5? You won behind number 5?
Who better
That's
than
exactly
us?
what I was talking about. I can't just let people say
New York
anything.
probably up
LA
there.
easy.
LA
LA easy.
up there.
LA easy.
LA.
Easy.
New York not up there.
LA easy, number 1. New York's not there. New York's not. No, y'all got
Minneapolis.
LA?
Minneapolis top
Y'all got New York.
8. Minneapolis top 8.
Man, LA be like
Top 8?
as in Los Angeles itself, or people just be saying Cali, you know?
We talking LA. We talking just straight LA County. LA
like
County,
people-
period.
That's
Russ,
like
James,
people,
PG, like
That's the same as people from Chicago talking about they from Chicago and went to Oak Park.
Bro. But listen. So yeah, if you say it like that, then they might have got us there. Cause we like, you know, a lot of people say they from Chicago, and because they hoop, they get that stamp. I don't know why, but that's them. Like, I'm really from Chicago, so I feel exactly what you just said. But
Right.
it is guys that, because they made it, they could scream Chicago just because they could move to the city and move downtown now. But yeah, I don't really, or because they even feel like they've been around the city, but I don't. And that's a sign, right? I leave that conversation where I'm gonna leave this conversation where it's at. Yeah, I don't really get in nobody else's business, bro. I just be me. I don't ever say nothing.
Yo. Nah, I know y'all
Just be me.
I know y'all cats from the Go don't play that
No, I had to say that though. Like, I can't just say we can't just say we 2. I can't just say we 3. Like, you feel me? Like,
he gotta go outside. He gotta go outside at the end of
you
this.
feel me?
He gotta go
It's us,
outside.
like, we gonna have to put our 5 together and bump. We gonna have to take the L first before I be like, all right, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all right. Y'all probably
pull up some facts out, man. Isaiah Thomas, I'll bring out all the old heads. Mark Aguirre, I'll pull out everybody before we actually got to take that L. But as y'all put it like that, then it's right. Y'all got it.
Y'all probably like a spot above Minneapolis, and then it's probably like L.A., Seattle up there, D.C., Chicago,
North
maybe
Carolina's too.
North Carolina in there.
North Carolina.
We top 5.
Chicago round 7.
We top 5.
Y'all top 7. Y'all top 7. Y'all top 7.
We still got a lot in the league right now too, though.
Huh.
We solid.
Last thing before we let you get up
We
out
alright.
of here, man. Last thing before we let you get up out of here, we want to talk about KD staying in Brooklyn. Pat Bev said, it slowed up. It slowed up the signing process for everybody else. He wasn't blaming. Just to be clear, he was not blaming KD. He was blaming, both sides, KD and the Nets. So I guess my question would be, is it right that these superstars hold up, other players, or is it just a casualty of the game, or what? Like, what's your thoughts on that situation?
Man, first shout out to Pat, man. He just signed to the Lakers. He went to Marshall. He went there too. He was there before me. Real Chicago, a dog, man, making his way.
Yeah.
Just got 13 mil out the league. Then went to Utah, LA. This man doing his thing, and I like how he speak up a lot to stay relevant, bro. So that's intelligence by him, because they really don't want him in the league. Like, he's somebody that it was a lot of niggas probably better than him, but he's smart, bro. Feel me? He went on TV this summer, said he want to play for the Lakers. Now that happened, like that shit really don't be no coincidence. He be trying to always keep his name relevant, especially while he in the league. Kudos to him. But nah, man, that's real, because even when I was picking a couple teams for training camp, they like, man, a couple teams like, man, we don't know, because we trying to see what KD and them about to do and Donovan Mitchell. Like, that was a real thing. But man, I just say that to say, like, man, I realized the league is, bro, the most cutthroat league in the world. The NBA is the most cutthroat league in the world. And I've been to China, I've been to South Korea, I almost got cut. I done seen players in Europe get cut. Like, I done been people get cut everywhere. Like, this a business. You know what I'm saying? So, like, like you said, you can't blame KD just because his prestige. But, man, this is what come with that league, bro. It'd be like, you could be playing today, not playing tomorrow. You could be here today, going tomorrow. Like, man, you need a lot of luck in politics and all this to make it happen. So that's why when people get their bags, bro, please don't be mad or be hating on them, because people be like, man, how this dude get that bag? And like, some people, granted, they talent ain't, whatever the case may be. But, man, it take a lot of luck, bro. So, like, the fact that they got them bags and they made it through the politics of, like, anything could have went wrong. Like, there's a lot of players that should have got bags, but, a coach might have stopped playing them, or a franchise may have purposely stopped playing them. And that turned they whole, So, like, man, all I'm saying that to say, man, this league is crazy, bro. Like, you never know what to expect. And, yeah, man, I mean, to that point, I don't know if Katie could help her. Like, yeah, now these players got so much power now. Like, we could just be like, man, we ain't playing when they got that paper. And that ain't the best thing. But yeah. Like I say, man, I don't like to be getting down on players, because I'm a player. So, man, I'm for the players, man. So, to each their own. But shit, this shit hard in general. So that's all I can say is, man, everybody make it easy for each other.
Hey, I couldn't agree
That's all
more,
I can
man.
say.
I hate that too. Like, you can't never. I mean, whatever people talent, whoever get there, maybe you just as good, but yeah, you never could discredit somebody hard work and the hard work and fortune, because they done put themselves in that position for sure. So to be able to put yourself in that position at all is something to be said, So I agree with you 100% on that. But,
I mean, it be aging, whatever the case may be. So, man, it just be shit. A lot of luck come with. You gotta have some luck come with this.
No doubt.
Just moving right with God, bro, for real.
No doubt, man. No doubt. But hey, man, we gonna let you go. We appreciate you coming on. That's love, taking the time out to join us. Good luck this year. Whenever you post where you end up going, we gonna repost that, show love, and continue to follow your story and share it and all that, and support you in any way we can, man. So we definitely appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate kicking with y'all for a minute, brother. It was a blessing.
No doubt. All right.
All right.
Hold on 1 second.